I'm sure everyone has said this already, but I'm going to say it regardless. Best Black Widow movie ever. As if Marvel couldn't get humiliated any further, the John Wick franchise is here to show how they should have done Black Widow way back in 2021. I'm a fan of the John Wick franchise. I think, like Mission Impossible, it's kept the action franchise going amidst all this blunder of CGI and stupid humour that's getting in the way of the awe of the action. I feel like these two franchises have really kept the grit and the realism, but also kept that cinematic fantastical element. And Ballerina is the spin-off. It stars Ana de Armas, my wife, and it's so gratifying to see her finally in a good movie. I always thought Ana D, on top of being a goddess, is a Swiss Army knife when it comes to acting. She can do drama, comedy, and she can also be a really great action star. After being 2022's least favourite actress, I say Ana D is on a comeback trail. She is fantastic in this movie. She carries the entire movie. She expands on that fun character that she had in No Time to Die, but really makes her one of the most gripping and emotionally raw characters in the John Wick franchise. As much as we all love Keanu Reeves, I think Ana de Armas is by far the most stellar actor. However than that, John Wick was always a character who was kept in mystery. But Ana D, you're with her from the word go. You learn her backstory, you're there with her when she's training, when she has her first mission. Predicting that action is going to be good in a John Wick movie is kind of like what would happen if you put bread in a toaster. Of course it's going to be hot stuff. Expertly filmed action sequences that you never get tired of, and unlike The Final Reckoning, they are constant. My favourite one was the one you see in the trailer with the flamethrower. And what I like about the movie is that it does reference the fact that Ana de Armas is a little bit smaller than most of her male opponents. And unlike Marvel, where they're just having 5-foot-tall women just take out guys who are 3 times their size and body mass, this actually plays into that. As you see in the trailer, they reference that she has to use sneak attacks or use their weight against them in order to win. And that was very appreciated. Again, another example as to why John Wick and Mission Impossible are the GOATs. What does let Ballerina down is that the emotional hook around Ana D's revenge quest is kind of lacking, and I do think it's because the villains are kind of dull. There's a pretty interesting insight into a different society that is connected to the villains in the world of the continent, but it isn't really expanded enough upon. So as good as the action scenes were, I would have liked a few more quiet moments with this character and really got to know her emotionally. And that leads me to Keanu Reeves' appearance, not a cameo. He spent so much time with Eve and you really want to see her get her revenge. And then John Wick kind of comes in. It feels like the spotlight's been taken away and you're dealing now with the main star of this franchise. I think Ballerina is a very efficient movie and